The internet is full of mysteries, some fake, some forgotten, and some that no one's ever explained. Welcome to the Internet Mysteries Iceberg, a deep dive through the internet's most insane mysteries. And I made this iceberg myself, and the top layers start simple enough: mysterious stories, weird posts, and strange coincidences. But the deeper we go, the stranger, the darker, and the more disturbing the mysteries become. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'd love for you to join the community. And now, without further ado, let's get into it, starting with Tier 1. Yvette's Bridal Formal. When people get married, it's an occasion. In American culture, where the average wedding costs over $30,000, celebrating is just as important as the ceremony itself. An American wedding typically takes place over a couple of days, made up of the bridal shower, the bachelor party, the welcome dinner, the rehearsal dinner, the ceremony, the reception, and the day after. For the actual wedding, there are just as many components to keep track of: the perfect flowers, the towering cake, the sparkling decorum, the elegant venue, and the most important piece of all, the dress. If you're living in Panama City, Florida, and happen to be shopping online, you might just stumble onto a website called Yvette's Bridal Formal. The website opens onto the famous Da Vinci painting, Lady with Our Men, being drowned in a slurry of technicolor hyperlinks. All of them lead to insanely different pages, covering different subjects but with the same sweet and slightly unnerving aesthetic: dresses and gowns, jewelry, homemade paintings. One link leads to an apple pie recipe because why not? It's your wedding after all. At first glance, it looks like someone from the 1990s coded a website and then promptly got stuck in the decade. This isn't uncommon and not particularly strange, but as you delve deeper and deeper into the page, it becomes increasingly more disjointed. In the deluge following a link called Psychological Thriller, we enter a page dedicated to, in Yvette's own words, horror, the occult, psychological thrillers, mystery, suspense, romantic intrigue, out-of-body experience, conspiracy theory, government cover-ups, space alien presence on Earth and all the juicy gossip, tabloid, paranormal, psychokinetic, ectoplasmic, ghastly, ghostly time travel reincarnation, fantasy, dreamscape, sensationalism, excitement that your heart and your mind can possibly stand. V8. And that was a very good description because the page delivers exactly what it promises. The majority of the links are short stories or parts of larger works, which honestly, Yvette seems like a storyteller at heart, and all of her creative works were kind of fun to read. She has a hyper fantastical style which was fun to explore, but soon after reading her short stories, I clicked on a link called UFO in the Gulf of Mexico. At first I thought it was just another piece of fiction, but as I continued reading, I noticed a marker at the top of the page that said true story, and upon reading it, I couldn't tell if it really was a true story. It was stylized, sure, with dramatic writing and unbelievable circumstances, but there was something different about this piece. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing as it's very long, but it's about someone on a fishing vessel who encounters an extraterrestrial spacecraft, a mothership and smaller escort craft, before falling unconscious. And this isn't the only story on the website about alien abduction. Yvette clearly has an interest in the extraterrestrial, but what prompted her to make a website to sell dresses and jewelry with photos of paintings and short stories about alien conspiracies? Well, on Reddit, we actually get some insight. A user commented, "It's actually not a joke. 4chan discovered Yvette's a while ago, and they are 100% serious alien conspiracy theorists. A couple of guys from the random thread actually drove out there and talked with them and took some pictures in front of the place. Yvette's site blogged about it later, but I'll be damned if I can find anything on that site. Apparently they told them that they were from an online magazine looking to investigate the link between the US government and aliens, and the Yvette's people talked with them warily for a good length of time. And another comment down below talks about how the page used to have a lot more space dedicated to alien conspiracy, but it was later taken down, as the people who operate the website are aware people are browsing. But then again, these are comments off of Reddit. I couldn't find an actual address that matched up with the location listed in Panama City, so we really don't know hardly anything about the website, this woman, or what's actually going on. So is this just some crazy woman with a dress shop who doesn't know how to code a website? Or is this someone who really did encounter an extraterrestrial? Or is it all some elaborate hoax? Nobody knows, but the website remains a disorienting testament to how most places on the internet provide more questions than answers. Indian Lake Project. This next entry is an internet staple, and its inclusion on this list is well deserved for not only the mystery, but what it might reveal. On Sunday, October 2nd, 2005, a man named John created a website on Blogspot where he would write for the next 8 years. The title, Indian Lake Project. And here is an excerpt from his very first post. On July 9th, 1997, my uncle was hiking in a wooded area around Indian Lake, New York. He tripped on what he thought was a tree root sticking slightly above ground. When he looked back, he noticed the corner of this box above ground. The fact that he was far from any marked path or road and was in an area that few, if any, usually hike, sparked his curiosity. The box was sticking up by only 2 or 3 inches, and from the look of the ground around the box, he figured it had been there quite a while. With only sticks to dig with, it took him a while to pry it from the ground. The 3 shapes on the top of the box, an upside-down triangle and 2 circles, were only apparent after it was later cleaned up. The box had no lock on it and was easily opened. Inside the box, my uncle found 21 water-damaged photos, 3 8mm home movie reels, and various documents. Most of the photos are of children, which led my uncle to fear the worst, that he had stumbled upon evidence of a crime involving children. He mentioned that his blood ran cold when he began reading the documents also found in the box. He indeed had stumbled upon a crime involving children, but instead of some creeper, it seemed that these children were all a part of some United States government